Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had an idea today at the cold plunge. Where do ideas come from? We just don't know, do we? Mysterious places. But I do know when you're doing stuff like cold plunge, like fasting, like sauna, intense things, ideas come easier. So whatever mechanisms of ideas and inspiration, they like it when we put ourselves into extreme situations or situations where there's a confrontation. I don't think they love it when we're just hanging out watching Netflix, eating like sugar cereal. But you probably get good ideas that way too. I've certainly gotten ideas all the way. This one was, what about doing a series of paintings, calling them the prophecy paintings? Actually, but like I was thinking about Bible verses. And commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Alright, I lost the verse already. Commit to the Lord whatever you do. And what does that mean? Commit to the Lord whatever you do. Let's see. Really messing this up. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. The Lord detests all of the proud of heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. Wow, the Lord is sometimes rough. Commit to the Lord. The double M. Commit to the Lord. Commit to the Lord. All, whatever you do. So this is all experimental. I don't know if this is any kind of thing anyone would want you to do. And He will establish your plan. He will establish your plan. Establish is a funny kind of word. I don't know. Establish. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plan. So what's it mean? Committing to the Lord. Dedicating to the Lord whatever we do. I'm dedicating this to the Lord, and He will establish your plans. I mean, I would rather not just be working from my own volition, so I don't mind letting the Lord establish my plans. I've had enough experience doing all kinds of stuff, I guess, that wasn't locked in. I mean, it's a waste of time if you don't have certain energies behind your activity. I really think that's true. I mean, I think it takes a lot of dedication and commitment from all of us to do anything, but whatever it is, you know, in order to get the world to respond to it, I think the Lord has to be in cahoots with it. So I think we need Him to establish, and He will establish your plan. We need Him to establish our plan. Commit to the Lord all that you do. Alright, Father God, I'm committing all that I do to You so that You will establish great plans. I appreciate all that You do in establishing these plans. I kind of like this. This is like dripping down. I don't know, this might be a good idea. Where do ideas come from? This is neat. So we got a pink layer, but I could see this being kind of a groovy little thing. It's gonna have like a frame. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's gonna have a frame around it. This is purple. I just ordered more of these. These crink things are the best. Honestly, I just think they're so much better than any other graffiti pen. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plan. What a strange world we're in, where we have like, where we're people, and then we have God, but some don't believe in God. They believe they are God, or that there is no God, even though there's like this wild world that exists, even though it's just like, how are you going to explain any of this any other way, kind of thing. And then fair enough, if that's you, I don't. Here's the wild thing is, I just don't. Honestly, I do not care what people believe in terms of, if somebody doesn't believe the way I believe, I would hang out with them just fine. I have the things I believe in. It's like, I'm good with it, you know. And it's just so I don't understand this thing of I'm mad at you if you have a different belief than me about something. That is baffling to me. I do not get that, because I really don't have that. I would have a great time going on a hike with somebody that was diametrically opposed to every belief system I had, as long as they were cool. But if they were, let's face it, they probably wouldn't be. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, it's like, if you're a nice person, I don't care. I mean, I think some of the things people are believing in these days are proving to be very dangerous to them. But again, I'm not personally mad at them for believing it. I mean, anyway, I don't want to go down that whole rabbit hole. For me personally, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plan. It really makes a lot of sense. You know how many months I worked on projects or albums that, I don't know, just never went anywhere. I guess you always have to try things, and you never know what's going to work. But there's no perfect system. But if there is some kind of way, and I guess prayer is that way, where you can find out what the Lord wants for you, what He is going to, what He will deem worthy of establishing plans versus not. Let's see some more what this says. Though love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Oh, through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, He causes their enemies to make peace with them. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, He causes their enemies to make peace with them. That's really interesting. I guess that means if you're acting in a way that the Lord is digging, your enemies will be calling you up and being like, yo, let's make some peace, brother. That's better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice. I'd say I can see that too. In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. The lips of a king speak as an oracle, and his mouth does not betray justice. Honest scales and balances belong to the Lord. All the weights in the bag are of His making. Well, this part, when the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, He causes their enemies to make peace with them. Yeah, that makes sense. The energy of forgiveness is where it's at, because forgiveness is freedom, baby. It means live in the moment, the all-exciting moment. What do you think of this? Pretty interesting. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will. It's interesting because you have ideas sometimes like, oh, what if I take a phrase from the Bible and make a painting out of it? That's one of those ideas you could just see never doing, and I also think the execution of that could happen so many different ways that it's like really interesting to nail it, do a version of it. The idea comes. I'm thinking if I throw in a little of this, that's going to be nice painterly stuff. Noise and movement. Life is what we want. You know, I was thinking too, it's never give up. It's never too late. You know, you're always in charge of your own limitations, and you're always in charge of, in a way of freeing yourself from them. So much of it is a head game. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. So in other words as well, He will bless whatever you do if you commit it to Him. That's another way of looking at it. Perhaps that's the way of looking at it. Commit to the Lord. I think that's pretty cool, man. I'm into it. It's about to die. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plan.